Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm your host and game master, Ian Duncan. My pronouns are he, them. And I am joined by some fellow heathens in this game today. Please welcome Jamie Lee-Bonés.
Hello, I am Jamie Bonés, she, her, and I will be playing Elo, they, them, the modified medical droid / mercenary soldier, ready to kick some butt.
You ready to get into this encounter that y'all have built, that we all compiled?
Jamie needs this encounter to let off real life steam. But yes, I think this is going to be fun.
Excellent. Yeah, well, I hope so. Speaking of fun, please welcome Alex Herrera.
Oh, hello. I'm Alex. I play Beegax Botano. Doug Slicer. Both of us, he, hims. Oh, that was nice. Speaking of fun, that's good. That's great. I didn't realize. That's cool, getting labeled as fun. I like that.
Yeah.
You're pretty fun, Alex. You're pretty fun.
Thank you.
Fun,
wow,
Alex.
It's good to hear some good news and be labeled positive. I like that.
Are you ready to have this fun you've laid out this fun. You've built this sandcastle.
I mean, we knew what we were doing when we were discussing it, but the logical part of my brain couldn't help it, and it's like, well, there's gas and poison, and then there's a leader, and we don't know what the leader looks like, and there's this all the other surprises and stuff I'm not going to give away here, but
yes, well, hopefully there will still be some surprises. So that's for me to worry about. Worrying about everything else, please welcome Susan Spenader.
Hi, I'm Susan, she, her. I'll be playing Xelora, this Twi'lek smuggler, also she, her. And yes, I do generally worry about everything, so I will gladly take this on for you.
we are kindred in that feeling. Worry about everything? Yes. Why? I simply cannot help not to.
Yeah. I'm already doing it as I frantically scroll through this PDF going, okay, Viro Sword. Okay, it has Pierce. It has Vicious. It has this. Okay, what does that mean again?
It's like the commercial. I don't know if you guys remember that commercial where it's like it shows that guy mowing his lawn, and it's like, this is Dave. Dave bought a new house. Dave just bought a new car. Dave's kids are enrolled in private school. How do you do it, Dave? And he's like on his lawnmower driving. He goes, I'm in debt up to my eyeballs. And he's smiling. And I remember as a kid
American dream.
Sounds about right.
I was as a kid watching that commercial being like, I would never get into debt.
I'll
never worry. Child, what a fucking dummy, bro.
You should go back in time and tell that kid what's up.
I'll go back in time and see young me watching TV. I'll just kick him like, go read a book.
Start saving now.
Yeah.
Nope. That's not gonna help you.
You heard of it?
That's not gonna help you.
True.
You heard of Nvidia? Go invest in Nvidia.
Bitcoin. You haven't heard of it yet, but buy some.
Learn this topic called pump and dump.
It's a scheme, but it's gonna be really hot for a while. So
You just gotta know when to get in, and you gotta know when to get out.
You gotta know when to hold him and know when to fold him. It's all gambling. Well, speaking of gambling, we are going to roll some dice tonight.
Let's do it.
And the chances, may they ever be in your favor. But I just want to say, as everyone who is listening to this knows, we did put this all together collaboratively. And you guys have made this very tough on yourselves. I want to say, you have made it difficult for yourselves, which is great, because like I said, there's no wrong answers. And honestly, what I think it is a testament to is the trust that's here at this table and the confidence that you all have in your characters, which is that's the big takeaway, I think, here from this is the confidence.
Well, past Susan's an idiot.
Past Alex.
I remember when we were making this. And then we were like, that's future us's problem. Well, it's time to pay up.
Yeah, now it's time.
Those assholes.
Those sons of bitches.
Shaking your fists at past Jamie, Susan, and Alex. Why?
Why?
Sitting back there, probably drinking soda or something stupid that's going to give us gas. What an idiot.
But let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it, because there's a lot that we got to get to. So let's jump in. What do you say?
Let's go.
Sounds good.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Episode 66, Skirmish in the Scraplands, Part 1. The Fearless Fringers have chosen a side in the conflict between the Worthless and the Scrappers, two tribes struggling for resources in the harsh environment of Ord Mantell. Elo, Beegax, and Xelora muster a group of fighters from the ranks of the Worthless and prepare for battle over the scrap of a recently derailed train. As they survey the treacherous surroundings, filled with hazards, dangers, and hostile wildlife, our Fringers assess how they will keep themselves and their allies alive.
So let's go ahead and roll our destiny roll.
Okay. Good. Great start. Awesome
Ooh,
start.
okay, Alex, why don't you tell me what you got?
2 dark side.
Good start. I love it.
Right out of the gate. Let's go.
Don't worry, Alex. I got 1 dark side, so it'll be
Yeah. All right. The old 1-2. We're back, Jamie.
Don't worry, I got us, guys.
all right.
No, but that sounded like a joke, but actually I got 2 light side.
Yeah.
Nice. Very
Excellent. And yes, we were able to entreat the wills of the Force this time, and they were so excited
Oh no. Oh,
to
no.
have to see this encounter. They're so excited for you to play it that they have gifted you an additional light side point.
Oh my God.
That
The balance.
cannot be converted to the dark. So we do have balance, a rather large pool. We have 3 dark side, 3 light side, and that's probably just about as good as you can get. We open on the horizon of dunes of junk that make up the Scraplands on the planet Ord Mantell. And it is morning. The day has broken and it is early. It's just before magic hour too, you know? So like the sun is like just barely, it's not up even over the horizon yet. It's just starting to come up and bleed in its colors into the night sky to mask the stars, and the twin suns of the planet begin to rise. And we see at the edge of this dune of trash just a crippled and broken train sort of splayed out in a semicircle where it was thrust and slammed and rolled off the track and into this piles of detritus. Around it, pools of acidic looking liquid leak from it, where batteries and power packs have been broken and cracked and drip down poison into the ground beneath. And on top of this ridge, looking out over all of this, we see our fearless fringers, who have bandages, are healed up, and a whole cadre of droids that look bedraggled, broken, mismatched parts, all kinds of different colors on them, different places of rust and different damage from their use and wear and tear. One of them is a large looking labor droid, big broad shoulders, big strong arms, looks over at our fearless fringers, actually probably looks at LO first. Jamie, do you want to give us a short description of what Elo looks like and what they're thinking and feeling in this moment?
Well, I'll describe them first. Elo is fitting in almost seamlessly with the rest of the droids that are in this group, because they themselves are also made out of an amalgamation of parts. They have some recent upgrades, a cybernetic eye. They've got a bandolier of grenades, which is a new addition, as well as a mask strapped to their back. And right now they are feeling a bit anxious after sort of surveying these droids and seeing their capabilities. The realization has come to them that, like, not all of these droids are up to battle ready. Like, this is going to be a tough fight ahead. And out of those droids, I think, was it Defect who was the original one that we spoke to?
Yeah, Defect.
Where on that scale of, like, battle readiness would Defect fit on there, would you say? Like 1 to 10.
Oh man, well, Defect is a protocol droid, so probably a 1 or a 2.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But he's rocking like a blaster, you know, and like the body might be weak, but the spirit is strong, you know.
Right. I think then going over to Defect, Elo is just going to do some last minute checks, as they're doing with all of the droids that have these new weapons that don't really know how to use them. Just making sure that, like, okay, here's where the trigger is, here's where the reload is, this is what you're gonna do, but also making sure that the message is getting across that, like, we're not trying to decimate, we are trying to survive.
Gotcha. Yeah, adjusting the tape on a gonk droid that just has a knife like taped to the side of it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And floating around, all ever present around Elo is Barney, the helper droid that also has his own little battle scar, a little like bifurcating scar where he's been welded back together. Yeah, our camera sort of like moves down the line of droids as Elo sort of like readies them, and we come to Xelora. Susan, would you give us a short description of what Xelora looks like and maybe what she's thinking and feeling?
Yeah, Xelora is a blue Twi'lek with a tiger striping on her leku, which are over her shoulders currently, and in one hand she is holding her holdout blaster, which she usually doesn't. She usually goes for her Viro sword, which is currently on her back right now. But she wears just like fitted pants, like a smuggler's vest, you know, just the typical, like Han Solo, but lady. Like, yeah. And what she's doing is she's probably like in the middle, like making sure that everybody is staying in line or keeping sharp, looking sharp. Like, keep your eye up. Let's, hey, don't get out of line. Watch where you're stepping. All that type of stuff.
Yeah, because this is literally the start of a conflict, of a battle. There's the resource here in question is the train itself, because of all of the new technology and parts that are on there, and you can see even on some droids, especially the ones that are interface more with humanoids and beings of the galaxy, they demonstrate some nervous habits as they look out on this droid, and Xelora can catch that as she's trying to shore them all up. As we pass by that, we also, our camera sort of like comes down a little ways to make way for a Doug. And Alex, can you describe Beegax and what he's thinking and feeling?
Yeah, Beegax is a Doug, so he's one of those bipedal creatures of the galaxy, where they walk on 2 feet/hands, and they use the other 2 feet/hands as their hands. A little bit darker in, I guess, fur, skin, whatever you want to call it, because it's kind of not scaly, but it's a tough hide. They have a tough hide. Leathery, thank you. And he's wearing I would call it probably a dirty, kind of scuffed onesie kind of outfit with the catch vest on top of it. The vest that he purchased back in Silkro, I believe, where we got our gear. It's patched up. It's got some like repairs done on it, obviously, after seeing some duty. He's got his little hanging dreads from his chin, so like chin hairs that have been thread together in beads, and like little dreads, probably around 3 or 4 of them. And I would think before the battle, the preparations he'd be doing would be looking at some of the droids that he can modify. Like maybe he can like help them out, rewire them, maybe get a little bit of their circuits going towards survival. Like maybe there were a few protocol droids or a few multi-purpose repair droids that had kind of really easy programming to just get into the back of their head and just like, you know, switch a couple circuits, make it so that they're in the mode of like survival mode instead of like janitorial mode or whatever.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah,
Like
that's
a-
really interesting.
You know, like reprogramming a Protectron, if you will. You know,
Just overclocking a few of the droids a little bit.
yeah. Nothing too crazy. Just like, okay, if I can do it, if I have the ability to do it, I'll do it right now. You know, let me check right here. And he's like, oh yeah, this is easy to work with. Some of these guys, yeah, very simple work here. All right, this one's so that you don't want kill mode, but you want survive mode. Let's switch that up a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. Very cool. Yeah, and we see him like literally pulling like with the brains of a droid out at the moment, like plugged into his slicing gear, like making these last minute sort of calculations and then just stuffing the wires back in, slamming it closed. You're good to go.
And he like he'll do some of the readjustment of tape too. Like, oh yeah, there you go. Good as new.
Better, in fact. Thank you. And we see in the background, we see also Gur and R42TT, who are also members of the Crew of the Way. What is all y'all's perception?
Perception is 1 yellow and 1 green.
Same. Vigilance is 1 yellow.
Okay. Let me take us to the map.
Oh, I love it. One I love.
So yeah, this is kind of what you see, and I picture people coming in sort of from the east there, where everyone's like sort of on the side, sort of like standing on that ridge. Yeah, and as you look out over it, you can see the train, and it's sort of like collapsed into this ravine amongst the rising and falling areas of these trash dunes, and sort of like floating around it, and you can see like scanning and making little noises are about 4 of these floating droids. The droids are distinct in that they don't look like worthless. I mean, they have their little nicks and cracks and rubs from use, like most things in the Star Wars universe, but they don't look like they've been. They look like they have all their original parts, and they seem to be just floating around and focused on this train, really. Like I said, just sort of like you can see like lights as it goes and scans and stuff like that. Around here, like you can see some like big pools of goop and like that acidic stuff that we were talking about earlier. It's like dripping out of the train, some of it mixing with stuff that was already there before the train crashed into this site. It's just sort of like pooling in this area, and you can see like a sort of heat distortion in there as the fumes sort of like move up around it. Just to sort of like give you the mechanics of what this is, these are pools that are rated 1, 2, and 3 based on their size. So this one is the smallest, so this one's 1, this one's 2, and this big guy is 3. And that's how much damage you will take if you fall into these pools. They are caustic, they are bad, they are, it's like awful stuff. They also give off fumes that are poisonous to organics, and you can smell the acrid smell of it from here, like burning tires and car battery acid and sulfur. If you are within short range of these pools, so standing anywhere around it basically, or maker forbid in it, you can also take some damage if you do not hold your breath. Defect, once he's all good to go, once LO is like set him up, he says, "We're able to find a few more medical supplies, surprisingly, but They were around in case, we needed to trade or anything like that. But I suppose that they are better served with you. And he passes out a single stim pack to each of you. And these are, you can, as you pull them up even, you can, look at them. They're like ampoules that you can sort of, stab into yourself. There's maybe a little something floating around in there. It's a little cloudy. It's not 100%. So they're safe to use, but they are diluted in a way. So the way that stim packs work are you can use a maneuver to use them, and they will heal you for 3 points. And then the next time they will heal you for 2, and then for 1, and then for nothing.
3 uses, huh?
Pretty much. And Elo, you have the droid equivalent of whatever that is as well. There's some quick patch, some aluminum tape. Yeah, just some
It's like duct tape in the box of screws.
You are each going to also be controlling a squad of droids. On your turn for whatever you need to do for that. There are a couple of different types of droids, and you are going to have your choice there are 4 types of droids, and you get to pick 3 of them. The first that we have are protocol droids, much like Defect. They have light blaster pistols, and there is a group of 5 of them. The next we have are these sort of various types of droids who are not specifically, they don't have weapons or aren't able to carry weapons, but they are able to shoot things out to ensnare people, and they also explode. There are 3 of those. You have a group of various cleaning droids. That don't have any specific weapons, but they can spray a pretty strong hose, and they do have scrubber tentacles that can ensnare and do some damage. And there's 5 of those droids, and they're like little scrubby droids. They're like the janitorial droids, basically. And then you have some droids, mostly they're like the heavy lifting labor droids, that they have bigger blaster rifles, heavy blaster rifles, and there are 3 of them. So those are the 4 types of droids that you can pick from, and each of you will be controlling one of them. So let's just go down here the way I'm looking at y'all in Discord. Jamie, what kind of droid do you want to?
I'm gonna bring a protocol droid. I'll bring Defect if I can.
Okay. So yeah, you got a bunch of different protocol droids, different service sector droids, basically. They're not all protocol droids. But they're all humanoid, have 2 legs, and have some light blasters. And there's 5 of them, and you're sort of putting them together. Susan, what about you?
I will go with the cleaning droids.
The cleaning droids. Okay.
The one with the hoses and they can ensnare with their little cleaning tentacles.
Alex, what kind of droids are you gonna go with here?
Can you describe the heavy-duty labor droids a little more in detail, or is this more a nebulous thing that develops as we go?
What kind of details do you want?
It's a cool size. Yeah. What do they look like?
Yeah, they're pretty hardy. They're hardy droids. They're big. Some of them are security droids. Some of them are heavy lifter droids. Those kind of things. So they're pretty big. They're pretty bulky and strong.
I think I'll go with them. I think I'll go with the heavy labor droids instead of the suicide bombers.
Ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with those.
I was torn between those 2. I was like, but I don't want to sacrifice any droids.
Yeah. I don't want to send anybody to Techno Jesus anytime soon, so I don't want to use those guys.
4 parts turns to you.
It seems we've arrived advantageously before the scrappers have shown up, and I don't know how much time we will have. We need to get to the train and perhaps defend it. I don't know if we'll be able to scavenge what we need from it, but we will try. I think our first order should at least get us to a place where we can defend ourselves and the train if need be. But this is the Scrappers' lands. They know this terrain and this is their home.
Do we have a way out of here if we need to go? That is what I am thinking.
We can make a retreat back the way that we came, or maybe find a way to fortify ourselves in the train. But that would put us in a position where we wouldn't be leaving, at least not for a while. I don't know how it is with you organics, but from experience, you can't hold out for very long without sustenance and water.
Especially this one. He needs noodles all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm more concerned with those giant, pustule things emitting dangerous gases. If we hide in a train or have to hold out in a train, that will kill us before starvation would, us organics. And he looks to Xelora and himself.
She
and Gur.
nods. Yeah.
I would advise holding your breath.
You see, can't do that forever. It's not something that's inherent in organics. Well, maybe if you're like a Mon Calamari or something. Anyways, look, we're not holding off here. We're going to get what we need, and we're going to win. As simple as that.
Yeah, you hear R4 kind of chirp up, and he's like, yeah, we don't need you meatbags to survive. We're gonna win.
Sometimes I wish I didn't understand you. And this is one of those times. But you're right. And then he's going to take the opportunity to march to do like an Independence Day speech in front of the heavy droids, because I guess I'm the leader of the heavy droids, or I'm like commanding them in a sense.
Sure, yeah.
He's just going to like speak to them. We're going to need you the most today. You're going to hold the line. And if need be, that line is going to be pushed, not by scavers or by whatever the hell those floating things are, but by you. You are the line. You move only when you want to, at no one else's beck and call. Droids are often given second citizenship or servitude. Today you prove that you are more than that. Here, in this pile of junk, this is your junk. Your land. These scavers, they're trying to take it from you. Your livelihood, your life. Do not allow them to do what the ungrateful organics that tossed you aside have done. Do not be a victim twice. Be the aggressor. Be the line. And he's just gonna like march, Doug stepping in front of them, and then he's gonna go back to where the others are. I hope that worked.
Roll me a leadership check.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's call it a hard check, because this is this is a war basically. Yeah.
Hard is 3, right?
3 purple, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I only have 2 green. So it's very lopsided. 1 advantage, 3 failures.
Oh.
I think that your speech, like, it's rousing and it's exciting. It's really hard to gauge the reaction of droids, these particular droids, though.
Yeah, I envision they're no faces. They're just like
no face. Some of them don't have mouths. Yeah. So they just sort of like stand there. A few of them like flash their eyes, and you sort of like stand there, and one of them just goes,
Yes, we are worthless.
We really wish they picked a different name for this group. That's fine. They'll do fine. We'll be great. And then Beegax starts thinking in his head, like running through scenarios of what they're going to do. And he just has all these multiple visions, kind of like a Simpsons clip of like them getting ripped apart, failure, these scavengers running over them, gas exploding in his own face. And he shakes it off. Okay.
But you do notice your advantage is, I mean, the way that they're handling these weapons, it seems like they know how to use them.
Okay. That's good. Very good.
So Laura's going to lean over and just for him to hear, nice speech, Captain Long-Winded.
That's a bigger name than Beegax. I don't know why you would make that joke. Make my name longer. Oh, wait, I get it.
It's extra funny too because his speech is very long, but he's very short.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys picked up on the nuances.
Rat, anything to add, Rat?
Yeah. Try to stay alive.
Only if you don't.
I'm gonna be fine.
Okay.
And he just like flips out a bunch. He's like flipping out a blaster. There's like a buzzsaw that's whirring somewhere. He's got an arc distributor like sparking off of him.
Rat's freaking loaded, man.
Beegax will know.
Loaded to the gills.
He'll note this and look to the group and say, "Where was this when we were in the middle of that firefight when we first got him?"
What would you all like to do?
We don't know where the scavengers are going to come from, right?
You could roll me a perception check if you wanted to.
Oh boy.
Let's call it I think it's an average check because you're standing on this dune. Yeah, just average check.
So perception was a skill that I believe Jamie and I invested heavily in at one point. Because I have 2 yellers and 1 green for perception.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you got those eyes.
Oh yeah, robo
Yeah.
eyes. 2 successes, 1 threat.
So yeah, I mean the threat is there's it's everything looks like junk, It's hard to pick out details, but I mean, you can tell where people might be coming from. There's little places in here that, like places where the dunes sort of roll down into valleys that look like that's where the egresses are of people that are going to show up here. Also, Beegax knows, having seen them come out like the night before when they first came out of the train, Beegax knows that they have little places that they can pop out of.
Mm-hmm, the tunnels. So I think knowing that and hearing you say that everything looks like junk, Beegax has an idea, and I want to run it by Mr. Ian, GM here.
Lay it on me.
Can Beegax move the heavy droids down into the crater and hide them amongst junk? Does he have enough time to hide some amongst junk? Specifically surrounding one point of egress that's like maybe a central path towards the train.
Yeah, you want to like position them up, like get them in position?
Yeah, because they look like already garbage anyways.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. So to do that, you want to like come down off of the dune and sort of like bring them down to stick them in piles of junk. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so you start coming down, you make your way down, you're like, come on, let's go. And you start to make your way, a little junk sort of like spilling down in trails as you try and find like a safe path. And then you hear... and something bounces off of metal right by you, barely just missing you into the junk, and just like a little like explosion of junk comes out at the place where you were. Maybe you slide down just where you had been, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, they're already here. They did what I wanted to do. Oh, man.
Right now, it's gonna go an NPC slot, an NPC slot, PC slot, PC slot, the crew of the way, PC slot. First couple of things. We're gonna have another shot is going to be taken at you.
I just started. Come on.
Just started.
I just got here.
Just started, bro.
Be a little more hospitable.
Okay, bunch of misses. So another shot goes off and barely misses you again. And the next shot is going for these droids that are coming down because they're pretty big targets.
My beefy boys.
That is a triumph.
Shit.
Right
They're
out the
hard to
gate.
miss.
Yeah, they are hard to miss.
Yeah.
Right out the gate, that is a triumph, and we must respect the crit.
Do we though?
But do we? Yes. So right away, one of these heavy droids just blasted out the control center in the head. Boom.
Oh shit.
Good start.
So
Two
yeah,
left.
you are down to 2. And then it is to a PC slot.
Beegax was shot at.
You want me to
I feel
go?
like it should be Beegax too.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
You're taking him down like it kind of.
All right, so then I slide. I guess can I is it cost maneuver to finish sliding down, or I've already slid down from the trigger of the encounter?
Let's say it costs you because this caught you unawares. It's gonna cost you a movement to get all the way to get down off of this trash and onto like stable ground.
Okay, I would like to do that, and if I'm able to maneuver down, right, and I get to like some sort of even ground where there is also junk around me, do I need to use another maneuver to position myself safely behind something, or is it just I naturally slide down and end up?
Yeah, you would need to trade down a maneuver to get into like some cover, basically.
Not doing that. I'm gonna look for, while not in cover, I'm gonna look for another, I guess a scrapper who shot at me or whatever, shooting at me, and try to give my remaining 2 beef boys some cover, some covering fire.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
I will.
That's gonna be a hard check.
I'm not supposed to cuss too much, but these guys are really grinding my fucking gears. Oh, but I got him this time. That's 1 success, 3 advantage.
1 success, 3 advantage.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. That's a great roll. Okay. It looks like they're camouflaged, like they've been, like covered with something. They look like they're part of the junk, but you catch like a glimpse of the scope of their rifle or something. There are 2 snipers up on high ground on this piles of junk, and they are firing at you. They are pointed at the train.
Do I know which one of these shot me specifically? Shot at me and my boys?
Yeah, with 3 advantages. Let's call it this guy who's closest to you. You can see, you can maybe see them like recharging or reloading or like shifting position to get ready to fire again.
I'm gonna shoot him.
In order to do so, let's talk about range bands here, because this is a little bit timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly in terms of distance. They are gonna be right now, they are going to be medium distance from you, and the range of your gun, the range of your disruptor pistol is short. So you will need to like sort of get right at the bottom of that pile of junk in order to shoot at them.
I guess I'll take a strain to take the maneuver then to get in position. I can still do that, right?
Yep. Take 2 strain. Take another maneuver. You can get there and fire away.
I do that.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead and give me that roll. Well, let's call it 1 difficulty and a black die, because they're sort of like on the high. They have the high ground.
No. Range light. 1 success. Everything else wash. Oh no, sorry. 1 advantage, 1 success.
1 advantage, 1 success. Okay, give me that damage.
Sir. Damage. It's 10.
10. Fuck me.
The disruptor pistol. We melt motherfuckers.
Yeah. No. No kidding. And you had 1 success, right? Because it's base
1
damage
success.
plus your successes. Boom. That happens. Next in the order is gonna be another PC slot.
I can take it. I'll
LL.
take it.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to also roll a perception to see where they're coming from, because I'm going to toss a grenade right back.
I'll give you this for free. You can see the one that has been shooting at Beegax, just because there's stuff going on in there right now. I will have you roll a perception check if you want to check where the other one is, though.
If I know where one is, I will throw a frag grenade in that direction.
Oh, that's pretty
Gotcha.
close.
Now,
But Beegax is close.
Beegax is close, and I think grenades are also short
Yeah.
distance.
Short, yeah.
Damn.
The only thing that I have for medium is the slug thrower rifle, and I don't have that.
Oh yeah, What's the name? We had the name for that rifle.
Oh shit.
Snowball.
I have it in my notes. Snowball.
Snowball. Yeah.
Is Gur rocking Snowball at least?
No, I don't think
I hope
Gur's
no.
rocking. Yeah. That's
on the
his
ship.
daddy's gun.
It's just laying against like a footlocker or something on the ship. It's just
Yeah, it's like mounted up above somewhere.
God.
We cut to Snowball, beautiful in a sunbeam. So what you want to do?
I'll use a maneuver to slide down and try to get closer.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You can use a maneuver to come down to the bottom of this thing, but you'd have to use another maneuver to get anywhere else other than just at the bottom.
I'll take another one to get closer and do this. So I'll take a strain.
Cool, yeah, go ahead and give me that same roll, difficulty and a black die.
3 advantage and 1, what's the little triangle?
failure.
The downward
Failure.
failure and 1 failure.
That's a miss. You fire up. This scrapper like rolls over to avoid that blaster fire, and it sparks off of some metal. You do have 3 advantages though. You could get some strain back with that. You could pass a blue die forward.
I'll regain the strain I just lost. We'll do that.
So I forgot about this, but the droids can go. So why don't we do this? Why don't we have, since we're just doing this in the turn order, why don't we have Alex, you have your droids go, and then we'll have Jamie's droids go. What you want them to do?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay, so there's 2 dudes up there, right? And there's 2 guys up there. That means the other ones are hiding. If they are near me, I would like them to use their maneuver, if they can, to climb up to the scrapper that's up there, because there's only 2 guys left. So these 2 mad dash up there if they can, and just instead of using heavy rifles, they just use their brute force to
Pummel the crumb out of the craps out of them.
destroy this guy. Yeah, we need to show these scrappers. We need to have displays of violence and fear. We need to strike fear into them, terror, if you will.
Okay, I'll tell you this. That can happen, absolutely. Just like you, they're gonna have to take 2 maneuvers and able to get up there.
God.
And that's gonna cost them some strain, and strain works kind of differently with minions. That just eats into their health pool. So
no.
they can do that, but it's gonna make them a little less hardy. Oh, you know what? I can tell you this, and you'll probably be happy to know this. They do have long-range weapons, so they can take a shot from where they are standing.
Oh, well, yeah. Let's use guns.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's use guns.
Okay. Do you want them to come down at all, or do you want them to be still on the ridge? Well, I guess they were like halfway because they were.
They were
like,
halfway. Yeah, they can finish coming down.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
they use the rest of their maneuver. They come down.
Yeah.
And they start firing. You just sort of like, well, what do you do? How do you let them know?
I point them out and I say, "It's up there. It's at the top."
I love it. We're getting into the droid patrol.
Please.
Roll for me 2 purple, a yellow, a green, and a black.
Well, not great. 2 failures, 2 advantage.
Okay, yeah. So they miss as well. They bring out their rifles. Blaster fire starts to light up the sky on fire as the dawn breaks across this battlefield.
Whoa.
Jamie, your droids, your protocol droids.
I do want them to come on down.
Okay. Now they have light blaster pistols, so they don't have long range, but they do have medium range. If they were to come down as part of their maneuver, they could take a shot from where they are standing.
Okay, yes, we'll do that. We'll have them take a shot once they have come down, and then worry about next round.
Okay, cool. Then I need, now there are 5 of them right now. So what I need you to roll 2 yellows, 2 green, 2 purple, and a black die.
2 success and 1 disadvantage.
The damage on these, just so you know, is going to be 6.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And you got a threat, so no criticals can go off, but 6 damage. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. That threat, I'm gonna use every threat I possibly can.
Do you need more? There's what? There's so many things. There's poison. There's like third-party droids floating around doing their job.
It was just one threat, though. Just one?
Yeah.
Cool. And then it is to a PC slot. Again, actually, it is going to be the Crew of the Way. So if you don't mind, and then it's going to be another PC slot. They are going to come down as well. So they just come down blasting. I mean, it's Rat leading the charge, right? He's like, let's fucking go. And he just like rolls down and he's like shooting all higgly-piggly. And Gura's like, okay, well, this is not how I imagine this starting. And he starts going and 4 parts just like Optimus Prime slides down. He's ready to go. And they make it to the bottom there. Then it is to PC slot left in the order is Xelora.
I got no fighting droids, and I don't usually use gun, but I'll take 1 strain to go down and then get close enough to use my short range holdout blaster.
Okay.
2 successes, 2 advantages.
Whoa, this thing's dead.
Nice.
This thing's dead.
Now
So
you can
that would
you
be
can
7 damage.
7 damage. All right. Tell us what it looks like when you blow this sniper away with a weapon that Xelora doesn't normally use.
Yeah, this is just like the one that she has on her because everyone needs a blaster, you know?
Yeah.
It's friggin' space. Everyone needs a blaster.
Taking advantage of my 4 agility, I'm gonna say that she just like picks a piece of like sheet metal, just slides on down the into the crater, and then jumps off of it. And then as soon as she jumps off of it, like even as she's landing, she aims her holder up, and then boom, and then right in the middle of his head as he's hunkering down.
Yeah, and it's like and the head too. Like you can see diodes and like many eyes. You know, it's like a mask of these makeshift cybernetics, and the metal is mismatching and everything, and just right out the back of that, the body slumps over, falls, tumbles down this junk. It is out. This scrapper is out.
Can I, for my 2 advantages, I propose something?
Yes?
His sniper rifle, slides down in front of us.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Yes, it does.
Oh my God. Where's
Yeah.
verse? Somebody get verse.
Yeah. Yeah, this is perfect for verse, actually. The rifle tumbles down and slides at the feet of everyone. Here you have a heavy blaster rifle and your droids, your cleaner droids.
They don't look like they can handle strain real well, but they'll be following along behind me, and my orders were before like, hey, just make sure you're around all of us.
Now it is to the top of the round. Let's start. Who went first? It was Beegax, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went first.
I would like you. We're going to be doing some of these little random rolls, so I need you to roll me the red die. And if it comes up despair, then something has a chance of happening. Yes.
The nuclear explosion.
Eek!
It is blank. Thank you very much.
All right. Very good.
Blank means mini nuke.
You do see another shot go off. I'm going to try and shoot Beegax again. Actually, you're kind of short, so
I am.
I don't know if that's the best thing. I guess we'll try and shoot one of these droids again. Let's do that, because you are short. You are short. A little
Damn,
bit.
I picked the wrong. I should have picked the suicide bombers. I messed up.
That's quite a lot of successes and 1 threat.
Oh God, he's dead.
Oh, yeah. So this is like shoots and it goes through 2 of them at once. Like through the head of one, and like the angle is just right, so it like goes through the head of one and the chest of the other, and it's like, and these heavy droids drop, sparking, and parts of them fall apart because they are not so well put together.
No.
This sniper is gonna roll away and disappears behind the pile of junk.
I lost him.
Yeah, and these worthless are gone. Hello, Fringers, Spacers, Scum, Villainy, and the Rebel Alliance. Thank you for joining me in the mid-roll. It's going to be a short one as this is a longer episode, so here we go. If you're listening to this when it comes out, it's kind of a historic thing is taking place. SAG AFTRA has joined the WGA in a coalition strike for, among many things, better wages and humane treatment in the entertainment industry. Unions are the backbone of every industry. They are the reason why we have things like weekends and no child labor, all very good things. And they are a collective power for workers and people combating and protecting against exploitation. And here are a few ways that you can support those who are on strike right now. Firstly, you can join the picket lines and show your support by showing up if you live in or near any of the areas where pickets are being held. It's mostly in Los Angeles and New York, and the schedule for picket lines can be found on the WGA site at wgacontract2023.org and on the WGA social media profiles. All links can be found in the description of this episode. If you have the funds and are able, you can also donate money, food, snacks, and water to those on the picket line. You've probably seen some celebrities and content creators like handing out pizzas, and you can absolutely do that if you wish. Get in contact with one of the strike captains. Their information is on the WGA site or on social media. But if you can't do that, and most of us can't, you can simply donate to funds that are helping those with provisions who are currently affected by the strike, like the Groceries For Writers Fund. You can find out more about that fund and donate by visiting humanitasprize.org/groceries. Link will be provided. There is also the snack list run by the Democratic Socialists of LA, or DSALA, who are raising funds to deliver coffee and snacks and, importantly, cold drinks in the hot summer weather. You can search DSALA snack list, and the link will be provided in the description of this episode. And finally, you can donate gifts to the Entertainment Community Fund. This is a general safety net fund that's kept specifically to support writers and actors' financial stability, especially during a time of a labor strike. As of this episode coming out, the SAG announcement has just happened, and the actors will be joining the picket lines very soon. They'll likely have other ways to contribute and show your support, so look out for that in the coming days. Hotel workers in California, Local 11, are also striking right now for more livable wages. Many of them can't afford to live in or around the places that they work these days. And UPS workers are also on the verge of a strike for wages and protection from unsafe labor practices. So it's really looking like a hot labor summer in the US, which is the sexiest summer that we could have. Show your support and your solidarity for unions and other workers. Pass it around on social media. Share independent news sources. Keep the conversation about this alive, because this is a really big deal and a small push in the right direction for labor's and workers' rights in general. That's all for now, and as always, thank you for listening, thank you for downloading, and for sharing. And now, let's get back to the episode.
Damn, my first command.
You gave such a good speech, too.
Yeah, well, they didn't listen. That's why they're dead. They'll be remembered in Robo Heaven.
It is to a PC slot.
I'd like to go because I just saw my boys get obliterated.
Mm-hmm. They did.
Beegax like, no, my boys! And then he just sees them collapsing into just piles of trash just falling. And one of them gives a Terminator 2 thumb up as he sinks into garbage. Thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. The light in the eye just slowly irises down.
I'm going to use our non-refundable light side point, and I'm going to describe something for you, and you tell me if this is possible.
Yeah.
I know grenades are short range, and this trash pile, the adjacent trash pile, is, very easily long range plus, I would guess, from where I'm at. Mm-hmm. I would like to use my brawn to toss a tampered robot core at the second pile of trash where I saw that little sniper roll.
I'll let you do that. I'll let you do that, but I think it should be a force power. So you can toss this thing a long distance, but I need you to roll the destiny die. And if it comes up dark side, you can still do it, but it's going to cost you a morality point.
to dark side. Damn.
So we're flipping a light side to a dark side. So you got to suffer 2 strain to be able to chuck this. So you're going to roll me 3. You're going to roll me a ranged light, 3 purple.
Got it. 1 success, 2 threat.
Nice, dude. Yeah. So you like throw this. Well, describe to me what's happening.
Beegax sees the boys get shot. No, my boys! And then the hand, the thumbs up sinking to the garbage. And he like grabs the hand of one of the droids and like pulls it out, and you just see the veins in his neck and his face. Ah! And I would assume he's trying to like, he thinks he can save it as it's sinking into trash. Instead, he rips off the arm on complete accident.
Yeah,
and it's attached to like this makeshift core that comes out of the hand. And he just like, with his other hand, rips off some sort of safety paneling, and it just like gets exposed to the air, the polluted air, might I add, in Ord Mantell's junkyard. And you hear it kind of like sizzling, kind of like the coax from Solo when it gets exposed and it's not cooled, you know, for too long. And using the arm with the tempered core attached, he swings it like a bola and lobs it to the other side. Well, not lobs, a heavy heave. Tosses it to the other pile of junk out of pure rage.
That's super cool. And yeah, you just see like Beegax like tap into this rage, and he like throws this thing. It moves in a way that is propelled faster and stronger than someone of his stature should be able to throw something, and it explodes on the side of this hill here and just obliterates the sniper spot there. You don't see any body, but that junk pile is obliterated.
Nice.
Well done. You've got no bots. Rest in peace. Rest in peps. Yeah, but such a cool turn. Next is a PC slot.
I could take it again.
Yeah, we can keep this order.
We'll just keep it going, right? It feels fine.
Yeah.
The tough part now, though, is that we don't know where any enemies are.
Yeah,
so
that's
Elo is going to instruct her 5 protocol droids to head to the first car.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Elo is going to provide some sort of cover, I suppose, while they're doing that.
And then another thing, are they going in the train, or are they like around on the outside of the train, in or out?
Well, I think the goal is to get the stuff in it. So if they can get in there, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, the train's busted. Some of it's
open, yeah.
Busted open. There are ways of egress inside this train.
Head into the train and get cover. I'll provide it while you move.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and they can make it all the way in that first car with their maneuver. So yeah, if you want them up inside.
Perfect.
And then what would Elo like to do? What would you like Elo to do?
Well, if no one's going to try to shoot them while they do that, then I suppose Elo's going to go with them into the car. Just sort of following behind, like weapon at the ready to take out anybody who's, gonna snipe us. I don't know how many snipers there are,
Yeah, I understand. I gotcha. For you to get to the train, that's gonna cost 2 maneuvers.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
I will
so
take
if you
the 2 maneuvers.
Yeah, take 2 strain, and
Okay.
you can get yourself over to there with them. Yeah, so you see Elo just like get to the train and just start running like the Terminator, slamming into the first car of this train. Awesome. And now y'all have some cover in here. Next is gonna be the crew of the way. They're just gonna move in with Elo. I think 4 parts is gonna come out here with everyone else and just sort of like come up to Xelora and Beegax, and then it is to a PC slot.
So I think Xelora for now is going to take 1 maneuver and move near this junk pile right outside the train.
Mm-hmm.
And then for an action, I'm going to roll a skill. I'm going to try to go stealth so I could provide fire out here until I can move in on my next turn. Unless I get attacked in the interim, but we'll see.
Yeah, got it. let's have you roll your stealth. It's going to be a hard check with 1 upgrade, but I'm going to give you a blue die in there. So that's going to be a red and 2 purple
Okay.
with a blue die.
2 advantages, 1 despair.
Oh. Bound to happen sometime.
Yep.
So, hey, Silver Lining, you could maybe get some strain back if you wanted to.
I think I'll hold on to a blue die for next turn.
Okay. I think that would be a blue die to the next person,
Player.
next ally.
Oh yeah, next player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next player. Okay.
Next player, blue die.
I know what it is. Your holdout pistol that you have around because, you need it. In space, you need a blaster, right? It's been a while since you've used it, and it's been a while since you've charged it, and you just hear like, burp, 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 burp. And you look down, and it's like the charge pack is out on this thing. It got the shots off that you had, and then it was like low battery.
You need to replace these like once every 1,000 years. What the fuck?
Out of ammunition. And you're not hidden, by the way. That's the
She
other.
probably like stops in her tracks and starts like beating on it. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
She
Middle
goes
of the
crit.
battlefield.
Yeah, you're making noise. Dang, ferret, and just like beating the thing. Cleaner droids. Where they go? What you want to do?
So without giving them any further instructions, their general instructions were just like to surround around us. So I guess
They want to
they
just follow
think us
you.
as me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, move them up next to you. Boom.
I will like to point out, Alex, that there's a gun next to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. That's what I was gonna do.
Okay, we're back at the top. I need Jamie. Would you roll me a red die and tell me if a despair comes up? 2 in a row would be pretty fantastic, huh?
That would be pretty crazy, but it was blank.
Yeah.
It's blank.
Good thing I wasn't rolling.
Yeah, for all the luck that Susan has with dice, it's finally the chickens have come out of the
right?
roost.
See, it did luck out.
Well, being as you're just out there making a ton of noise,
Yeah. Sit and duck.
1 threat, 3 successes, so that's gonna be 12 damage coming your way as
Whoa.
blaster fire just fires through this junk and like just totally hits you.
That is 8 with my soak.
And then it is to a PC slot.
I guess I'll pick up the sniper rifle. I hear Xelora like just screech. Yeah. Ah! It's like what? And I'll look down the scope towards the area near her where she got shot, and I will like try to see if I can spot what shot her.
Roll me a perception check. A red and 2 purple.
Holy hell! It matched me. Yeah. Well, I actually have 2 yellows in perception, so I'm better. But whatever, not big deal. Whatever. 1 triumph.
Ooh.
1 threat.
Not that it matters too much with that triumph, but you do also have a blue die that you can.
Oh, allow me to extend the roll. Oh, that's a success. Look at that.
All right.
Yay!
Yeah, that's so cool. We'll pick up the rifle. We'll call that your maneuver. It's got that like cool overlay that the Star Wars has of like the old CRT camera view,
Yeah.
but it's like all got digital annotation on it, and you spot the sniper crawling out over here, way on the west side, popping up out of what looks like a tunnel of something, like out of an old discarded refrigerator or something like that.
Okay. Yeah,
But they've got a bead on Xelora as they have just shot.
He figures out that they're using the tunnels that he used to escape when we were having to chase. I'm gonna try and shoot him with this thing. I don't use this thing.
Okay, yeah. I'll also give you also this because of your triumph. You can see that they're they've been hit a little bit. Seemed like that grenade,
This the one from
shrapneled up on them a little bit.
this
so.
the same? Is this the same one or a different? Well, I wouldn't be able to tell, but
With your triumph, that's what you get. Is it looks like they've been shrapneled by a grenade.
good. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna finish the job.
All right, so that's gonna be a ranged heavy.
I knew it. Oh boy.
It's gonna be 3 purple, and I'm gonna flip a dark side point
Oh boy.
and upgrade one of those to a red. So a red and 2 purple.
Oh god, I cannot. Oh no!
We never know.
doesn't sound
We
good.
never know.
Despair.
Oh,
And
Despairs.
2 failures and an advantage.
advantage's not nothing. But yeah, that's a whole bunch of failures and a despair.
Yeah.
That gun,
Massive failure.
that blaster, like many of the things here in the Scraplands, is like put together with spit and duct tape.
Oh.
It just explodes in your hand. I'm gonna need you to take 2 strain.
Oh god.
Yeah, that weapon is obliterated now.
Jeez, just short circuits.
Fires wild, totally misses, and you see this sniper, like you can see the barrel like glint and sort of like turn to look at you.
Okay, well, it's off of Xelora, I guess. I just got like Call of Duty flashbacks when you're getting sniped in that game. There's like a glint.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of what's going on.
Freak out every time, like just start running around in circles.
And then you do have an advantage. I don't know what you want to do with that. You can give yourself a strain back.
Yeah, I'll get 1 strain back. 'Cause
Okay, cool.
I've lost a lot.
So you just kind of like go ow, and shake it off a little bit. Then it is gonna be, I think it's just another PC slot.
Do you want to take it this time, Susan? Just because all we're probably going to do is take whatever we can from this train. And then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be out here anymore.
Right.
So I am going to, or Xelora is going to scream in pain and then try to get in the train,
Okay, gotcha.
where she will hold her breath.
Well, I was gonna say, and thank you for being observant. As you enter the train, you can feel the fumes like sting your eyes and stuff, but you can get to a spot in the train where it does not. These fumes do not affect you. So maybe you hold your breath, just like to get through there, but then you're in a place where you can breathe clean air, or at least as clean as it is gonna be here in the Scraplands. So that was your maneuver. You can move your droids. You want to do anything else?
Oh yeah, stim pack. I was
Gotcha.
like, how do I heal again? That thing that they just gave me.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another maneuver. You can trade it.
And then for my incidental, as I pass by LO and I stick this stim pack in me, I'm just gonna be like, Griffin lost my gun. Do you have an extra?
Actually, Elo might.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
One of the protocol droids passes you a light blaster.
Aw. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you have a light blaster. It's defect. Yeah, he's just like, I wasn't really using this well anyway.
Thanks.
So then it is going to be the crew of the way. Gura's just kind of like, what do we need? What are we looking for in here? And just starts like ripping things off the wall. And then it is to another PC slot.
Okay.
All of these
Believe
droids
that
out
is-
here, by the way, are just kind of like, they're like not paying you any mind. They don't watch you as you run around. They're not affected by any of the blaster fire. They're just kind of like,
Okay. Well, I think now is the time to strip the train for whatever parts or that the Worthless was hoping to get from it. So, do you want me to do like a check for that to
Yeah.
see what we find?
yeah, make me let's call it either a maintenance or a computers roll.
Oh shit.
Mechanics.
Let's call it a mechanics or a
Mechanics.
computers roll.
Damn, I should have been inside the
They're
train.
the same. Yeah.
Whoops.
They're the same for me too.
The crew of the way or the fearless fringers here, they may not know exactly what they need, but Elo is a droid, and so you have at least that going for you. You're like, well, I know if I were going to repair myself, I'm going to need these things. So
Right.
give me an average mechanics roll. So just 2 purple to identify kind of what you would use here.
5 successes
Oh.
and 1 threat.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I've just never seen that many little successes.
Little things. 5 successes, yeah, you know exactly what you need here. You look around, you're like, okay, we need like solar panels, we need this type of power cell, we need this metal scrap, like this is what we need. You've identified it. Do you want to start like taking things? Is that what you?
Yeah, I have a thought that I think I want to load up one of these protocol droids and send them back. And then as we go through the train, I will load up the next protocol droid and send them and then go to the next.
Oh.
I like it. Very good. Okay, cool. So how are you getting this stuff off? How are you like harvesting this scrap?
I think taking whatever's most important and probably the lightest, because these aren't beefy boys, they're just protocol droids. And I'm gonna load one of them up with as much as I can, like straps and bags and stuffing it in your little robot pockets as much as I can, and then sort of direct them. Now I want you to go back where it's safe behind fire and head back towards Worthless Base Camp.
Okay.
Like, you're done. Like, I'm tagging you out. You're done. Go bring these supplies back. If that's all we get from today, at least we got something.
Gotcha.
You know?
I love it. Elo goes into like deploy mode and just like starts grabbing stuff, grabs one of these droids, starts putting stuff on them, shoving stuff in them. I'm gonna need you to roll me an average athletics check. I'm gonna need you to take 1 strain and then roll me an average athletics check.
1 success.
Okay, cool. So you're able to pull this stuff, the things that you need, the stuff that you've identified. It's lightweight. It doesn't require a terrible amount of strength. And it's not a ton, but it's something. And you just kind of like here, slap him on his butt, and and he's off. Now, do you want them off the battlefield? Like, you want them to head out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I got 4.
Cool. Yeah. So one of them just starts heading out. They've got stuff. They're going. And they're leaving. Cool. Great turn. Oh, that's all the PCs, right? We're at the top of the round. Susan, would you please roll me a red die?
Dun, dun, dun. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
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 I got it. I got to spare.
Okay. Roll me a D20.
It's a table. He's got tables now.
I love it.
17. I don't know if high rolls are good.
Nothing on here is great. I'll put it that way. Just to temper expectations.
Yeah, it was the despair table.
Yeah. 17. I need you to roll me a D20 plus a D6.
A total of 13.
And then could you roll me a D12 plus a D6?
What is this?
A total of 11.
What
did I just
is
do?
killing me.
What the hell's going on?
I was thinking we're causing a lot of ruckus for Bonastasi to find. We're making it easy.
Ian, don't kill us in the middle of the week, please. Don't do this to us.
Right?
It's a Wednesday, my dude. Come on.
Spider-Man video.
Beegax, you feel this first, but then you all feel it. There is a tumultuous tremoring in the earth as it begins to shake and creak and groan as junk falls away from it. And then exploding out in the middle of this field, the ground just opens up and this hot blast of air just explodes out and shoots out a shower of junk all over the field here. It is loud, and their junk begins to like rain down on you, Beegax, a little bit. And there is just this like huge thermal vent that has opened up and is just belching these flames out.
Did we make one of this? One of the things we made? I don't remember this.
This is all stuff you made.
Thermal vents.
The planet's alive.
What did we do?
Thermal vents.
After this rumble stops, it's silent for a little bit. The sniper's still up there, you can see, but even that scrapper is like surprised, right? Like, whoa! And then you hear just out beyond some of the junk, a distant roar. And it starts out kind of muffled and it's like, and then a little bit louder. And then bursting out through one of these paths, screeching and bellowing, is a Savrip, just busting through and then seemingly out of nowhere, running out through the feet of this thing, comes a bunch of scrappers. They seem to be scurrying out around, and suddenly they are on the field and around you, and they start coming out from all over here. So yeah, you just see a whole retinue of these things, and there's we've got 4 markers here, but there's about 20 of these scrappers that just start popping out of junk piles, popping up out of the ground, and and just start coming out from all of these pathways here. And you 4 parts puts a hand on your shoulder, Beegax, and he's like,
Run.
also stepping up from the place where this first junk pile was decimated. It's got this huge hole and it's been blown apart, but just walking up over it is a figure that is dressed all in black, face obscured, and they've got a cloak billowing off them. It's dirty, filthy, and they are modified as well, but you can see the modifications look like they are coming into their skin, stuck into their skin, rebar and bits of wire pushed in to the actual flesh of this person whose face is obscured. They have some kind of rebreather on. They step out up on top of this decimated junk pile and just sort of survey the scene. The Savrip is gonna go. It's sort of looking around for something to crush, and it's gonna make its way over to Beegax and 4 parts. It's not able to make it on its turn all the way over there, but it is gonna start coming in your direction. These boyos are gonna start heading that way as well. So they're gonna take a shot at Beegax. Just 3 advantages, no successes. So they miss you.
Well, I don't miss them. I wish they would stay away.
Oh, the sniper is gonna go. That's what's gonna happen. So they whip around now that their buddies have shown up. They're gonna take a shot at Beegax as well. Long. 4 successes, so that's gonna be 13 damage.
-4 is 9. Okay, so I'm at 3 health. Getting hit by that sniper. Just
Yeah,
just feels the same as the original getting shot in the chest wound where I thought I was dying.
just adding to the scars on Beegax's poor body.
He feels this one. He's like, oh, this is familiar.
That is to a PC slot.
Beegax?
Run, I guess. I'm listening to 4 parts and getting out of there, right? He told me to run. I'm gonna turn to 4 parts if this is a free action, or I can do this. As I get shot, he just like pulls himself up. Okay, where are we going?
To the train.
He looks at the train, how far it is. He looks
Yeah, it is a long distance away from you. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at the sound rip. He looks at his wound. Okay, sounds good. I guess, yeah. I mean, I forego my action to use 2 maneuvers. I know I can do that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, they're both gonna be They're both gonna be movement or whatever. I don't think that'll get me to the train.
Yeah, so you could get close to the train, but you couldn't quite get to the train.
Well, then I'll have the Garbo droids protect me as I get to the outside, and I'm like catching my breath, and just like bleeding out of my mouth and my wound. And I look at the little sweeper cleaner droids, and I'm like, watch my back, will ya? And they just, I guess, whatever, you know, boop, boop, boop. They don't even talk. They just kind of move in a gesture that says like, oh, sure.
Yeah, ready fire hoses is kind of what they're able to do. Okay, cool. Then it is gonna be, some NPCs. There's gonna be a couple of attacks that are gonna happen on 4 parts here. 4 successes. 4 parts takes a bunch of blaster fire. He's like,
No.
and I think he's like,
I'll cover you.
and he like steps in the way as Beegax like goes, and he just like takes a bunch of blaster fire. Do.
But he's alive though.
4 parts is not dead. No,
Okay.
he just looks horrible. I mean, he looked horrible before. He doesn't look much better. He doesn't look like he's
Oh
improved.
my god. Wait, isn't 4 parts their leader?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. They're about to be decimated. We can't adopt all the droids. This is not how this works.
Nope.
Can I get 1 or 2?
You see this dude on the junk pile. He just watches Beegax go to the train. And then it is to a PC slot.
I can go. Xelora, how are you looking health-wise?
If I had to put a number on it, I am 10 out of 15.
That sounds good.
I was like, how are you feeling?
On a scale of 1 to 15, I'm at a 10.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and a big X, how are you feeling?
On a scale of 1 to 12?
You're not in the... Yeah.
3.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're not in the train yet.
No, I'm right outside.
Yeah,
outside
very
the train.
close. Very close.
I am
Okay.
coughing and leaking blood outside of the train, if that helps you get a better
blood
visual
is-
representation.
Beegax is outside and the blood is outside.
May I use my maneuver to pull him in the train and then do a medicine check?
Sure, yeah, you could use a maneuver to pull him into the train, sure.
I'm going to drag a limp and bleeding Beegax into the train.
Beegax, it's a little cramped in here, and when Ello pulls you in, it starts to sting in your eyes and throat.
Hold your breath, Beegax. You had one job and it was to not die. And then I'm going to begin the medicine check.
And you just see Rat shaking their head like typical.
As I'm bleeding, I just look.
Typical
I can't do anything. I just look at him and just give him the worst eyes I can give him.
Big side eye.
And what's the difficulty? Is it just an average check for medicine?
How much health you got, Beegax? Is it
3.
Are you
Less than half.
Well, are you less than half? Okay,
Less
so it's
than
gonna
half.
it's gonna be a hard medicine check. So that is 3 purple.
Okay.
I am at
And
exactly
if I
one fourth of my health. If you were to multiply 3 by 4, you would have 12, which is where I would like to be.
That is where I would like to be.
You know, I'm not even that picky. I'd like to be at
Okay.
6, maybe 7.
That was a lot of
That seems
there was a lot
reasonable.
of successes on that sniper shot.
I mean, they only need 1.
Hiya. Ooh, but you know what? Okay, it's really bad.
How bad? How bad could it be?
It's bad. It's pretty bad. But it doesn't matter because I'm gonna do natural doctor and re-roll it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we have abilities and stuff. Well, mine doesn't work here. I can't do shit.
Yeah.
That's not
Try
true.
again.
That's not
Oh,
true. That's not true.
Perfect. Much better. It's 2 successes and 1 failure, I think, which is the little circular.
1 threat. So yeah, so that's a success. Yeah, you're able to supply him. I forget what the wording of that, but I know that you can heal him and with some amount of surgeon, I believe is what you're doing.
I have ranks of surgeon. 1, 2, 3. I thought I had 4. 1, 2, 3. I guess I only have 3.
And you have Barney, who gives you an additional.
Barnacle
So 4.
himself.
That's where the 4 came from. So you get 4.
Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. I like that.
Much better than 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could probably take 1 regular bullet, and that's it.
And you got 1 threat, right?
Yes.
Okay, so things are cooking and things are intense. You pull him in and like the action of pulling him in, he doesn't weigh much, but like having to do that in triage is going to cost you a strain to take a strain to do all that.
I pulled my back. I should have lifted with my legs.
I just realized that everything I didn't want to happen has culminated because we are now all in one train.
Yep.
It's bad.
Oh,
Things are gonna go interestingly from here on.
Yeah.
It's just my protocol droid buddies, but I'm not really sure what I could have them do besides provide. Can they fire outside like windows in this train?
Oh, absolutely they can. Absolutely.
Let's
they
do
can.
that.
All right.
Have them fire on these little fuckers.
Okay, cool.
the scrappers. Let's aim on a scrapper. We'll do the closest red one.
It's going to be 2 yellows and a green against 2 purple.
Ooh. I believe it's 3 failures.
damn.
3 failures. Okay. Yeah, it's it misses. They all open fire. Hey, that's gonna change what happens here, because now that they're getting fired on, they are going to try and get to some cover instead, and that's gonna let 4 parts not get shot.
Love it. Love
Good.
it.
It's gonna be the crew, your allies. So it is gonna be 4 parts. We're gonna give him. He's just gonna spend his maneuver to like, do-doom. He's not able to get inside the train, but he can get nearby the train. So that's where he's gonna live. And then Gur and Rat just start like blasting out with the protocol droid. So that's a maneuver, and then they're gonna start shooting. Let's go. Oh, let's go. 2 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fully takes one of them out. Gur's like, all right, here we go. And Rat's like, just firing a bunch of lasers and all kinds of things. One of them takes it, and he goes down. All right, it is to the last PC slot, I believe.
That's me.
Yes.
How much room is left in this train?
It is crowded. No one else can fit in this train, let's say.
Okay. I was going to have one of the cleaning droids come in and try to clean up some of the waste.
Some of the waste. Yeah. If you want to spend a light side point, I'll let you have a little droid come and like scrub the air for you, like do a little air purifying if you want.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, because us organics may die in here if we have to spend a lot of turns in here.
Boom. Okay.
Sure, Beegax and I. Sorry I'm spending a light side point, but
Nah, do it.
we may have to hold up in here for at least a few
I
turns.
forgot for a second they existed. So.
And for Xelora, I'm going to take cover, like get below one of the windows and then shoot out from my cover. I know I have a medium range weapon right now, but it's better than not shooting. I'll go for the man in purple.
Okay. Cool. So that's going to be a ranged light attack, 2 purple and a black die.
1 success, 1 threat.
So I'm going to need you to take a strain because even though you have shot a blaster before, it's, you know, it still takes a little bit to like, oh, I got to line this up. This is different than a vibro sword. So you're sort of like mental strain trying to like get the shot, but you do get the shot. What's the damage on that?
I have 1 success.
Base
so
damage
6.
plus 1. Okay, 6.
Yeah.
Got it. Managed to hit one of these scrappers. They don't get down. They just sort of like get hit and keep like bound back up and make that weird like chittering mechanical like computer modem sound. These little droids kind of like going around here. But they seem to be ignoring all of this.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But they don't like people in the train, I don't think.
Hey,
Just
get
a
out
guess. I don't know.
Of there. Hey, get out. Get out of there. What are you doing in there?
All
Company
right.
property.
I think the Savrip is gonna. Let's see. What's the best? I think he would follow 4 parts, so I think he would come around here. So he's still got partial cover coming around here, but that's what he spends. He spends his maneuver is doing that. All right. Okay. Sniper. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Okay. I think he's gonna try and take a shot. I think he's gonna try and take a shot at Xelora. But you've got some cover. Okay, that is a success. 1 threat and 2 successes. So fires as you come out to try and shoot at these scrappers. That is gonna be 11 damage.
Whoa.
-4 for soak. Oh, oosh. I am down to 2 health.
And then it's to a PC slot.
Beegax now on his feet with 7 hit points. He's gonna like take his stim pack and he's about to jam it in his gut. And he's like holding his
you're
breath.
sprayed with blood from Xelora.
Yeah, and he goes like he hears the familiar sound of that sniper, just like that sniper laser shot just piercing somebody. He looks and he sees Xelora slump against the wall holding her arm, and he just kind of like maneuvers past everybody because we're all packed in here, and just sticks the stim pack in her leg, just like because it's a full 3, I think, at first, right? Yeah. So you get the full 3 back, and he like nods like, everybody gets 1. Just please let me use the other one later. Don't need this again.
I'm trying, but thanks.
Puts it away.
Okay, so it's a maneuver to use that, and a maneuver to kind of get in there too.
Okay.
So that's 2 maneuvers.
That's it. Yeah. I can't do anything else. I don't want to take any more strain.
If you don't want to take strain, then that would be your turn, your action economy.
Yep. Took too much strain already. I have 5 left. I'm not going to do that.
Well, that's great, because they were about to shoot you, but they...
Oh!
Can't
shoot what you can't see, boys. I'm a ghost.
Let's have them move here. Purple and orange are going to take shots at 4 parts. Bunch of advantage, but that is a failure. They're firing at 4 parts. 4 parts is just kind of like, well, I imagine he's like taking it, like it's just like, but he's just sort of like standing there. It's like hitting his hand in the broad part of his shoulders. So it's just like, but he's hanging on. So then something happens, but I don't think any of you can see it. And then it is to a PC slot.
Something happens and we can't see it.
Okay.
More bad shit.
I know. And now the planet is starting to break apart. We gotta get on.
Oh man, Ian destroys Ord Mantell, he'd be in so much trouble.
We didn't do. I'll just roll this despair thing real quick to see if we.
Oh my
Nope,
god.
No, don't do it.
nothing
Okay,
nothing
good.
happens. So
Great.
don't worry about it.
Because all this came from one despair.
Right?
All right, PC slot, PC next.
Xelora just got a stim pack.
Don't worry, I got it. I got it, Doc. Don't worry about it.
So I'm gonna throw a frag grenade at the Savrip.
Let's go.
And hopefully get this yellow guy.
Man. Can you imagine
in the
the
process.
despair on this? If it falls back in here?
Alex.
Why would you even say
Alex, don't put that evil on us.
that? Put it in the universe.
How can I not? It's like
I do have some bad news for you. It is medium distance from the train to where the Savrip is. So you could throw it,
Okay.
but you would have to step outside of the train to get to short distance to do
you
it.
get lit up. You'll get lit up.
Let's do.
Yeah, don't.
I was gonna say let's do it, but
The doctor getting shot is not on the list of things that need to happen.
yeah, I guess that's a good point. But it feels so worth it.
Give it to one of
if I
your
get
protocol
it, you know?
droids. Suicide bomber protocol droid. Just make him hold it and detonate it with himself outside if you can.
Defect. I need you to do this.
Yes. Oh yes.
He would do it. He would do it.
No.
No, give it. You're in
can't,
command
I
of the
can't.
other ones, right? Yeah. Hey, we're not all gonna make it out of this. But if you bring this to the Sav Rep and let him tear you apart with this in your hand, we'll get out of here, and the rest of the worthless will survive.
Listen, I understand that you lost your team, Alex, okay?
Their deaths were meaningless.
He's dealing with trauma.
Oh, fudge.
That I'll say this right now, Jamie. That is an option. That is 100% an option on the table.
Option.
Yep.
I just don't know if Ella would sacrifice another droid over themselves. I feel like they would just do it.
No.
Well, you can do that too.
All right. Over 10, and I'm doing it. I said not to do it. I got a crit 1.
Oh, we just had a decision roll, right? Is that what happened?
I got a crit 1, and it said don't fucking do
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I'm gonna ask if there's any volunteers amongst these protocol droids to bring this grenade over to the Sav Rep.
I would proudly serve the worthless.
You realize that you will not come back from this.
I realize that if I don't do this, none of the worthless will come back.
Oh, see, he knows. This is defect, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is defect.
I assume it's defect.
Yep. He holds
My
out his
baby.
hands.
Get as close as you can to as many of them as you can.
But the Sav Rep.
But the Sav Rep.
But the Savrip. We must use every advantage that we have. And if this is the best way that I can be of service, then I'll gladly accept this. Takes the grenade from you. Walks outside. Slow motion, right? Blaster fire. Savrip. Stomping. Pulls the pin. Defect running daintily across the battlefield and stumbles, but rolls through it, runs up to the Savrip, stands there, the Savrip just towering over this protocol droid, stuff dripping out of its mouth. You know, their heads sort of like arch over and like come down, so just like gargling into this droid's face. Opens the grenade. The trigger goes off. Jamie, I need you to roll for your frag grenade. Just one purple die, and I'm gonna let you throw a blue die in there because you did a leadership preparation. This is what got these droids like set up, and defect is down for the cause.
Okay, and because it's defect, I'm gonna flip a light side point as well. I want this to work.
Okay.
Real bad.
So you're gonna upgrade one of your die?
I'm upgraded.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Oh. 6 successes and an advantage.
And an advantage. Holy.
Whoa.
I had gotten 5 and was excited earlier.
Oh, defect, you did it.
Oh, should have done
Did it, buddy.
That should have been our opener right there.
Just kill defect. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so I don't think blast triggers because you need two. You need at least 2 advantages to trigger a weapon thing. But that is a success. It does go off. Give me the base damage. Add the successes.
14.
Oh my god.
14. Dank Barrick. Oh my goodness. This grenade explodes, and you can see what you see from the train is slow motion, comes out of slow motion. We're on the Savrip's face, we're on Defect's eyes, and then from the train, silence, and then right it back into real-time action. This explosion, you see Defect in front of it, and he's just like covered by this frag grenade going off. Big cloud of dust, parts and junk thrown everywhere. These scrappers like scream in crazy computer distortion language, roll to the side. This Savrip just, its head goes back up on its long neck. You see like blood just coming off of it, and when the dust clears, it is like, like trying to stabilize itself on the junk. It like grabs the ground, and you can just see like dark red dripping into the earth. It's still alive, but it's not looking good. Incredible. And
Good job, Defect.
Defect, we see from the distance of the train, you can see just, the remains of a protocol droid. What is left there, wires sticking out and mangled limbs. Now just a part of the junk pile that's here in the Scraplands. Incredible.
F for defect. F for defect.
F for defect.
Type F for defect. If you're in the Discord or the chat, type F for defect.
Yeah, F for defect.
These scrappers are gonna come out. They are gonna try and take a shot again on 4 parts out here. Oh, you know what? No, he should have had a turn, but he can't fit in the train.
I mean, defect made room.
Oh yeah, defect did make room. Yeah, he can fit in the train.
Defect made room. So you 4 parts, you want him in the train? Okay.
We gotta keep safe. We gotta keep one of them safe.
He's gonna get in here. They're gonna these scrappers down here are gonna try and shoot, but there is some cover. 1 success and 1 advantage. So they do shoots. It hits Gur, singes him.
No.
And he's like, "Don't worry about me. Keep going."
Okay. You say so. But if you die, I can have your ship.
It goes to LO.
Crap.
It doesn't even make it through the soak. So yeah,
Nice.
It just gets singed. Just grits his teeth, and then you see. I'm gonna flip it dark side point here. From the vantage point of here, the battlefield has changed dramatically a couple of times. And you can see these scrappers and the Savrip, though badly damaged, pushing forward towards the train. All of you are hunkered in, taking cover. The figure on top of the junk pile here throws out his hands, and seemingly out of nowhere, out of the cracks and crevices of the junk and maybe like seeping through the ground, and coming out of the fissure, suddenly the vent starts to belch black smoke, and it just roils out and flows out over the field, this thick, dark smoke rolling out from behind the scrappers, covering them and obscuring the view from the train. You can hear them, you can see shapes, but the smoke just seems to like make them almost disappear. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crits, Empire's Edge. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by leaving us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts, or whatever platform you use to listen. It's easy, free, helps others learn about the show, and we love reading your feedback. For more information about the show, visit @RespectTheCrit on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, or come chat with us in our official Discord. Beegax is played by Alex Herrera, who you can find on Twitter @AE Herrera, or on his Twitch channel, WadeWolf10. Elo is played by Jamie Lee-Bonés, who you can find on Instagram and TikTok at JamieMFBones. Xelora is played by Susan Spenader, who you can find on Instagram at SuzLaluz. I'm Ian Duncan, your host and GM, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at iDunks. The music in this episode is provided with license or permission by a variety of talented artists, whose info and credits can be found in the episode notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to hear more of their work. The Star Wars role-playing system is published by Fantasy Flight Games. And remember, whatever the system, whether it's a miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and may the Force be with you. 4 of these droids. What am I doing wrong here, Ian? Come on. Okay, here we go.
Nothing. You're perfect.
You got it.
Alex concurs.
Yeah, I believe in you.
Yeah.
Susan.
I was zoned out reading something, and then I was like,
Susan doesn't sound as confident, but
I
also
reading-
believes in you.
I was reading my skills, and I was like, wait, someone said someone's perfect. They all are. Yes.
Let me affirm my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.